Hi guys, welcome back to Running Shoes Guru. My name's Brandon and today I'm reviewing the latest multi-sport watch from Polar, the Vantage V2. Now the brand from Finland has been making wearables since 1982 and the Vantage V2 is their top of the range multi-sport watch which has all of the premium features. I've been wearing it and testing it for the past month and I'm excited to tell you how it performed. Let's start with the hardware. The Vantage V2 is a really stylish watch with its metal case and its oversized round face. It could easily be mistaken for a smartwatch. Its case is now made of aluminium, which is 20% lighter than its predecessor, the Vantage V, and it only weighs 52 grams, which is extremely light for a watch this size. Its screen size is 1.2 inches with the resolution 240 by 240 pixels. Now, its screen is not as vibrant or crisp as a smartwatch screen, and sometimes it's difficult to see outdoors. My favorite thing about the design is the strap, which has this micro dot texture on it. It makes it feel less plasticky and more like fabric. Even though I have super skinny wrists, I found it really comfortable to wear, and I wore it every night to get detailed sleep data. On the back, it's got a new optical sensor which has 10 LEDs compared to 9 on the Vantage V. And this makes it more accurate at reading different skin tones. With the Vantage V2, you have the option of using the side buttons to navigate through menus, or you can use the touch screen. I preferred using the buttons because I hate getting smudges on the screen. Before a run, you can load a pre-programmed session which you create in Polar Flow using your own custom rest times and distances, or else you can just start a free run. In pre-training mode, there's a circle that shows that your location is being tracked. The circle starts off red and then turns yellow when enough satellites have found your position for you to start your run. It then turns green when enough satellites have found your location for accurate tracking. I found it a little bit frustrating when I wanted to start a run immediately, but I had to wait for my location to be found. And I often had to walk away from trees or tall buildings for it to find me. On average, it took about 45 seconds for the circle to turn green. While running, you can scroll through preset metric views and you can create your own views in Polar Flow on the app or on a web browser. For example, I wanted a metric view that has average pace, distance run, run duration, and time of last kilometer run. So I created that one in Polar Flow. Now, one thing I didn't like during the run was when I had my session paused, I couldn't see certain metrics that I wanted to see, like average pace, average cadence, or time of last kilometer run. The Vantage V2 has route guidance, but only for routes that you've previously run and that you've saved as a favorite in the Polar Flow web service. Another feature of the Vantage V2 is Strava live segments, where it shows you real-time performance data while you're performing a Strava segment. But this feature is only available if you have a premium Strava subscription. To sync the watch, you have to hold the lower left button. It tells you to bring your watch close to your phone and to open the Polar Flow app. Now, about 25% of the time it didn't work, and I had to close the app, open it again, and then press and hold the lower left button again until it did sync. When it did sync, it took about a minute for it to upload the session, which I found to be really long because on other watches it just takes a couple seconds. A real strength of the Polar Flow app is that it shows you a wealth of data. It shows you normal metrics like cadence, power, pace, altitude, But then it also shows you more advanced metrics like cardio load, perceived load, muscle load, training zones, and energy used. There are 130 different activities that the Vantage V2 can track. And one of the activities that I tested was swimming. I had to set the length of the pool beforehand, and then during the swim it told me my heart rate, distance, and strokes per minute. It was also able to tell me what type of swim I was doing, like breaststroke or freestyle, which I found to be really impressive. I also tested it at the gym while doing weight training, and it couldn't count the reps or sets of my activities, but it was able to tell me my heart rate, duration of exercise, and energy used. The Serene feature helps calm you down by guiding you through breathing exercises. You can set the duration of the exercise, and then it tells you on the screen when to breathe in and when to breathe out. It also gently taps your wrist so that you know when to breathe in and out while your eyes are closed. There's a brand new running performance test which mimics lab-based performance tests to determine your VO2 max. Now, I'm not sure how accurate the test is because I've never done a lab performance test, but I did the test twice, and the first time I got 76, which I thought was really high. And the second time I got 53, which I thought was a lot more accurate. Another new feature is the leg recovery test. And this test determines if your legs are ready for high intensity training. But it has to be done 3 times within 28 days for it to give you results. Now, I didn't find this feature to be all that useful because it was easy for me to manipulate the results just by jumping high. Polar says that you can get 40 hours of continuous training on a single charge and 100 hours of battery life on power saving mode. However, I only managed to get 30 hours of battery life while using GPS and heart rate tracking. So it falls short of Polar's claim by 25%, but it's still much better than a smartwatch. To charge, it takes about an hour to get from 0 to 100%, and I wore it every day for about 10 hours and only needed to charge it once a week. In my month of testing the Vantage V2, it never once glitched or malfunctioned, so I found it to be a really reliable and polished product. The Vantage V2 is built for serious training. But I like the fact that it includes some smartwatch features like message notifications, weather updates on certain watch faces, and music controls for when you're listening to music on your phone. The things that I didn't like about it were the current pace measurements, which I found to be really inaccurate and jumpy during runs. And also the absence of NFC payments, because I had to bring my debit card along with me during runs to pay for drinks, which I found was a slight annoyance. So if you're looking for a stylish multi-sport watch which is comfortable to wear, reliable, and packed full of features, the Polar Vantage V2 is an excellent choice, and it's worth its price of $500. Thanks for watching the review. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and you can also read our full written review on Running Shoes Guru.